Hello, my name is Maximilian Arias and I work at Gotham Sound in New York in the sales department, and today I'm here to show you how to set up a G3 unit. And so if you can see below, I have the transmitter and receiver, and if you haven't seen this unit before, it may look exactly the same, but in fact if you turn them around, you can see that it says transmitter, receiver right there, but say that you have it in a bag or something, you can actually tell on the top. So the transmitter actually has the mic and line input right there on the top, and the receiver has the AF out, as you can see there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how to set these up, and so we're going to start that with the receiver. So we'll just put the transmitter to the side, and so as you can see on the unit, there's these two little plastic buttons on the side. And so what you got to do is you got to squeeze them both simultaneously to open up. And if you haven't done so already, please place in your batteries. Make a note that they do go plus plus, both the same direction. Okay, and now that we have the batteries in, you press on and off for a few seconds till you see the logo. There it is. And this will take us to the main screen. And you can see there we'll get some levels, and right there is the frequency that we're using, as well as the battery meter right there. And so because these are rental units, I'm not sure what you're going to be using at home, but what I like to do when I'm using units that aren't my own is I like to reset it to factory settings. So that's what we'll do for this demonstration right now. So if you see right there, the set button, if you press that once, it'll take us to the menu screen. Scroll through until you hit advanced. Hit set right there. Now we're in the advanced menu. Scroll through again till you get to reset. Hit set. It'll say reset no. We want reset yes. There you go. And now to get back to the main screen, you're going to hit on and off again. There you go. Now, we're totally reset, we're fresh, ready to go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to scan for clean frequencies. And so you want to do this on location. You'd like to do this where you're shooting, just so you can get the exact frequencies that you need, the cleanest ones. This will help you out with that. So here we go. Just hit set again to the menu. We scroll through till we get to easy setup. Hit set one more time. Now we're in the easy setup menu. We scroll through, and what we're going to do is we're going to scan a new list. And now what this is going to do is this is going to scan the cleanest frequencies for us. And like I said, you want to do this on location. And also these units are very sensitive. So anything from an iPhone to a monitor to some strong lights can affect this unit when scanning, can give you a bad reading. Also, what you want to note is please have your transmitter turned off. That's very important. It can, if for some reason you're doing this at home and you're scanning and you're just not getting clean frequencies, make sure all your transmitters are off if you're using multiple units. It's very important. It's a common mistake. So this takes a few moments. And so what it's going to do is it's going to bring us up to a bank of clean frequencies. And then it will show us how many clean frequencies are in that bank. And so the banks are good because if you're using multiple units, this actually has intermodulation. So you can use everything on the same bank and it won't interfere with each other. And so here we go. It's all ready. As you can see, like I said, there's the bank, the amount of what bank number we're using, and the free frequencies in that bank, the clean ones. And so, as you can see, there's 11 free. What you want to do is usually just choose the first one. It's usually the best. It usually also has the most free frequencies. So just hit set again. And as you can see here, it says channel 3.1 and 488.100. That's our frequency. You don't need to write this down or anything, but it is good to take a mental note just in case there's any confusion later on. So if we hit set, now that is the frequency that we're using. And so like I said before, you hit on off to get to the main menu or the home screen. And right there you can see the frequency, 488.100. And so there, we got our clean frequency. And now what we want to do is bring the transmitter into this. So same thing, you squeeze the two sides, you open it up, hold on and off for a second. There you go. And as you can see, this is not the same frequency that we're using right here, the 488. This is 494. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the receiver. You hit set. You scroll through until you see sync. And there we go. Hit sync. You hit set again. And so now this is how we will sync the two units. And so if you notice here, there's little squares. These are actually infrared sensors. And so what you're going to do is you want to get these as close as possible. They don't necessarily have to be touching, but you do want them basically on top of each other. And you'll know when the sync is complete because you'll see a little check mark right there. And bam, there you go. Now we're all synced up. Now if you go to the main menu here, like I said before, 488.100, and right there, if you can see, 488.100. And so there we go. So now I'm going to close these up. And so now they're ready to be put into the mixer and put on your actor. And so we're going to take the transmitter. We're going to attach a lav to this. And so you can tell a G3 connector because it's got this little screw-on piece right there. As you can see, they do kind of snap in. But you do want to screw it in to make sure that it's tight because it will fall out otherwise. So there we go, they're in there. And so I have Ilya on the mix board in the back, and he will help me with the test here. So I'll just place it as we would do on an actor or actress. And here we go, ready for the test? Okay, and test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test. How's it sound? Good. All right, great. So there you go. It's as simple as that. And so, are there any questions? Okay, so I have some little things to show you in the menu that may be useful for you. So just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to unplug these again. Here we go. And so again, I'm going to start with the receiver, show you some bits of the menu. And so again, to get to the menu, you hit set, and you scroll through the Squelch. This is good if you're in a very noisy area and you're not getting any clean frequencies, and you did the scan, and there's still, maybe you have one clean frequency, but it's still noisy. The Squelch will help you a little bit with that. Depending on how much noise you're actually getting, you can hit set here and select low, middle, high. Just remember that doing this will affect the sound quality, but if it's necessary, it is there to use. There's the easy setup again. Frequency preset. For whatever reason, if the sync wasn't working, you can actually choose the bank and frequency right there in the unit. There's some other good menu options. Name, if you have multiple units, you have certain frequencies for certain days, yada yada, certain locations. This is a good place to name, the unit itself. You can scroll through. The AF out, this will adjust some of the volume, you can do sort of the mixing on here. If you don't have a mix board, I recommend that you don't touch this if you are using a mix board. It's always best to do it, while you're mixing, while you're recording. But say you're attached directly to the camera, there is that option there as well. Scroll through, this is the auto lock feature. We have it inactive. But this will, if you have this on the side of your camera, or maybe, you're worried about it getting meddled with, you can make it so it automatically locks on, just locks. Anyway, so scroll through again. This is our advanced menu. Let's check the advanced menu. And there's the reset again. This is the software revision, just in case some update comes out and you need to know what software your units are running. It's right there. Tune, again, this is not like the channel one. This is for the individual frequencies. So again, if you can't sync them like we just did, you can tune the correct frequency here. You got pilot tone, LCD contrast if you're having trouble seeing it. And yeah, there you go. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the menu in the transmitter. And so what's important to note on this one is there is a mute button, mute switch actually, and this will mute the whole unit, mute the lav. And so sometimes that can be dangerous if there's a lot of movement, if it's on the actor or wherever you decide to put this, and there's a lot of movement, that can get dangerous. So what I like to do is I like to disable that completely. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit menu again, go to the advanced menu, hit select, and there's mute mode. And as you can see, it's already disabled, but you can actually have it on and off. Maybe it's important, maybe an actor feels more comfortable having that power. But like I said, what I like to do is usually keep it disabled just in case the worst. Okay, so what also is important on this is there is a sensitivity in the menu. So if you go back to menu and you scroll through to sensitivity, you might want to use your mixer for this, but if you are going from camera and you don't have a conventional way of mixing and recording the sound, the best thing to do is maybe adjust the sensitivity. If you have those scenes with a lot of loud voices, maybe screaming, yelling, or even on the opposite side, if there's a lot of whispering, very quiet scene, and you just want to make sure you catch everything, you can adjust the sensitivity of the lav right there in the menu. And that's it. That's really all I have to show you. This is the basics of setting up a G3 unit. And so thank you so much for joining us. Our next stream will be on Tuesday, March 14th. We will be discussing antenna distribution. Our Gotham Sound Expo is on Saturday, May 13th. You can watch this video and other videos on the video archives at gothamsound.tv. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest news. And if you have any ideas or questions for our live streams or upcoming live streams, please email us at info@gothamsound.com.